Get ready for a super silly story about a donkey who thought was the star of the show. Find out what happens next in The Proud Donkey and the Sacred Image.
The morning sun shone brightly, casting long, cheerful shadows across the bustling village streets. A very special procession was about to begin, carrying a sacred image to the grand temple. At the center of it all was a gentle, sturdy gray donkey, with soft, long ears and a fluffy tail, adorned with vibrant red garlands and tiny golden bells that jingled softly with every step. The magnificent golden image, sparkling with jewels, sat gracefully upon his back, shining for all to see. As the procession slowly wound its way through the cobbled paths, a hushed reverence fell upon the cheerful crowds. People lined the streets, their faces filled with awe and respect for the holy image. Young children, wide-eyed with wonder, pointed quietly as it passed. Many adults bowed their heads deeply, while others respectfully fell onto their knees, their hearts full of devotion. The air was thick with the sweet scent of incense and blooming flowers. The gentle ass, feeling the soft rhythm of the parade and hearing the silence, noticed everyone looking his way. He felt the ground tremble slightly as people knelt before him. "Oh my," he thought to himself, a delightful warmth spreading through his chest. He imagined all this grand attention. Every single bow and knee bend was unmistakably meant for him. This silly idea started to fill his head like a puffy cloud on a summer day. His ears perked up even higher with growing excitement, and a wide, goofy smile stretched across his long face. He began to puff out his chest, feeling immensely important and full of himself. "I must be the most magnificent creature in the whole village," he secretly mused, brimming with happiness. The ass continued to walk, but his steps grew bolder and more showy, almost like a proud dancer. He felt a strong desire to acknowledge his adoring fans, to share a bit of his newfound glory. He imagined taking a bow, or perhaps even giving a little speech, thanking them for their incredible appreciation. He yearned to express his gratitude for all the wonderful honor. Suddenly, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, the ass stopped right in the middle of the lively street. Standing tall and proud, he took a deep breath, filling his lungs. Then he let out the loudest, most booming hee-haw he could possibly manage, echoing through the quiet street. He brayed again and again, thinking it was the most beautiful song. A kind-faced man, about 40 years old, with short brown hair and a neatly trimmed beard, wearing a simple blue tunic, was walking beside the ass. This was the ass's driver, and he looked up, puzzled by the sudden stop and the strange noise. He had never heard the ass make such a confident, boisterous sound before. The driver's brow furrowed slightly in confusion. The driver observed the ass, noticing how his chest was puffed out like a proud pigeon and his head was held high. A realization dawned on him as clear as the morning sky. "Aha," he thought, a little spark of understanding lighting up his eyes. He quickly figured out the silly misunderstanding bubbling in the ass's very proud little head. With a gentle but firm sigh, the driver reached for the thin wooden stick he always carried. He gave the ass a quick, light tap on his flank, just enough to get his attention and prompt him to move. The gentle taps were a clear signal. It was time to continue the procession, not to sing his loud, booming song. "Go along with you, you wonderfully foolish ass," the driver chuckled, his voice kind but firm. He explained patiently, "The deep honor and all these cheerful bows, my dear friend, are not for you at all." He continued, "They are for the incredibly beautiful and sacred image that you are so carefully carrying on your strong, sturdy back." Hearing these words, the ass slowly blinked his big, gentle eyes, and a wave of warm embarrassment washed over him. His puffed-up chest immediately deflated, and his once proud ears drooped a little low. He lowered his head, feeling quite silly now, realizing his joyful mistake. The crowd, still reverent, continued to watch quietly as the procession moved on. The ass continued on his way, walking humbly with the sacred image, understanding his true role. From that day on, he learned a valuable lesson about true importance and humility. It's always good to remember that even if you're carrying something special, the credit rightfully belongs to what you carry, or to those who truly deserve it.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.